This video is a tutorial to show the programming procedures on the Sunrise CNC punch-in table. This is a PC-based controller running on Windows. The program has 5 main screens. Edit, which is the screen that you would do the main programming. Execute, this is the program is actually being executed. Next one is manual. This is where you will manually move the table. This is the tool database where you can enter the different punch and dies that you will be using on the machine. Next one is setup, which is password protected because it is for service personnel only. Let's go to the first one, edit. Over in this area is a graphic section. Here is the whole X and Y coordinate list. From here you can create a new file, you can load a file, or you can do an import from AutoCAD DXF file. Now let's do a new file. So you can press browse, and that will bring to your directory, and you can also use a network folder on your server. But we will just use the default location. Type of file name, test. Oops. You can put a memo, but that's optional. The plate of the size, let's say, is 500 millimeter, and the width is 600. Okay, sorry, just made a mistake. The width is the X, and the table, the L is actually the Y. Now, here is the origin. So X-axis and Y, we are using the full automatic table. If you have the semi-automatic, the 0, origin will be here, so the Y will be going downward and X is still this direction. Now, next step is you need to define the tool. When you click this, you jump to the tool page, so you can add or edit, or you can, if you have some tool that's already selected, just click on that and click confirm. So that's what we have for tool number 1. Again, this is a multi-tool version. If you have a single tool, it's going to be tool number 2. So you will not be able to enter tool 1 and 3. Okay, so we do another one for tool number 2 and confirm. Now, there are 4 different preset patterns. So if you click line, looking at the graph, you just enter the parameters here. Now, let me show the next one, array. Again, these are all the parameters to get an array of holes. Arc, and the next one is custom. So in the custom, you can do just enter the coordinates of hole 1 by 1. So 100 is the 50 add, and then when you click OK, you see the holes that are coming here, and it also shows on the graph. And on the graph, you can zoom in and you can zoom out. This extent you just like fit the screen. Let me do array. So let's just do a quick sample. So 3 by 3, and the distance make it 25. This is a little bit small, so all the holes might be pretty close together. And when you can always hit the undo to erase the last step. And when I click array again, the previous entry is here. So M and N is how many number of holes. So let's do 2 instead, and that's the distance. So this shows how if you make a mistake, you can very quickly change it. So it's again 2 by 2. Now I have total of 6 holes. Say I'm satisfied with that, so I do a save. I can also do a save as, and for the exact same one, give it a different name. So then I will have both the old one and a new file. Okay. Now I can go to SQ, or I can just press this SQ and bring that over. Now you need to be sure that the motor is on, the machine has been calibrated, and then you have to close the clamp, and then you can simulate the motion. So you can see that this is moving, and the hole, after it's being punched, changes color. In the test, the table will move but not actually do the punching. And the punch, it's the machine would actually punch all the holes according to the program. In the manual, you can use a cursor to move the table and adjust the speed here, or enter the speed by percentage, 100 being the fastest. Or you can enter a coordinate here, and then you press the star, and then the table here is going to move to the location that you enter. This is quite useful when you want to punch just one single hole, so you don't have to go through the programming work. Now let's go to the edit again, and so you can load the previous file that you have just done, and then bring it up anytime and just execute that. You can, in the SQ, you are not able to make any more changes, but also in this screen you can load the file, just bring what you have already done and do it here. The reason is to make sure that the editing and executing are separated. And there's also option to set a password for the edit, so you may have an operator that can only bring out the files and do the work instead of making any changes. The import DXF, okay, it's going to ask me to want to save the previous one. Let's cancel, and now you need to have the DXF file somewhere available. If you store in a network hard drive, press the browse to find the file. Click now I have 2 files in this directory. Click the one I want, and here you have to stack the DXF. Okay, click the data first. Click on the hole. It's going to show the size that you have. So I do have the same one as tool number 1. So make sure that you do have the tool corresponding to your drawing. Now in DXF, I click one of the holes. It's going to search all the file, find the holes with that same hole size, and import in here. Now you can do a save and then execute to do this program. Next, I'm going to show this. You can rearrange the sequence by X first or Y first. And if you press the sequence line, it's going to show you how it's being organized. So X first, sequence line again. So you see how that is going to do all the X axis first. Now, if you don't want to make such change, you can click the undo. Or you can also move them, the whole, make changes by clicking each one off, and then do a redraw. So you're sure that this one is not being, won't be executed. And like for 6, I can move it down. So that how it becomes like moving further down. Now I do a redraw. It's going to show how the sequence is different. The grid is just to take out the grid so it's easier to see.